Welcome back once again to my maths class. In this session, we are going to discuss the exercise 8.3, the problems and their solutions. Now, here we were discussing past 5 classes, sessions about the similar triangles, chapter 8 of class 10th. The continuation of the similar triangles, that is part 6. Today we are going to discuss exercise 8.3. Now I suggest you do watch the previous videos so that you will get the concepts, then proceed to this video. Just click on the I button so that you will be notified with the previous videos of the similar triangles. Right, let's get started with the exercise 8.3 today. Here, now the first problem I have noted for you. DEF are the midpoints of the sides BC, CA, AB of triangle ABC. Find the ratio of the areas of DEF and area of the triangle ABC. This is the problem given. Now clearly we can see that DEF are the midpoints of ABC. Here the diagram is not given, but we need to draw the diagram. Let us draw first ABC triangle ABC. Now what is given in the problem is that DEF are midpoints of sides BC. Now BC is D is the midpoint here, and CA is E, right, and this is F. These are the midpoints of the sides of the triangle that is given. Now what we need to we will join these midpoints, we get a smaller triangle here. Now we have to find a ratio of this smaller triangle to that of the bigger triangle, that is ABC. Now here, let us see here. Now when I tell these are the midpoints, when we are telling that they are the midpoints, that means they are equally dividing these two. Likewise, this is equal to this is equal to this, isn't it? These parts are equal to this, isn't it? Right. That means that is the concept of midpoint. So midpoint is dividing the line into two equal halves. Now with that concept, we will start the solution here. Now let us take one side, that is, let me suppose DE side. Okay, I'm joining these two. So we got this triangle. So let me suppose DE side. Here, if you suppose since D and E are midpoints, okay. So D and E are midpoints. That means I can say that, see here, if D is a midpoint, BD by DC is equal to AE by EC. I can write, isn't it? BD by DC is equal to AE by AC. So these are all equal, okay. This part are equal. But what does the converse of the basic proportionality theorem tells us? If any two corresponding sides, the ratios are equal, then the line joining D and E is, that means, so we can write that means DE is parallel to AB, okay. This DE is parallel to AB. How? According to the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. According to the converse of the basic proportionality theorem, when the ratios, these are equal because this is the midpoint, okay. When the ratios are equal, so the third line, this line is parallel to AB, that is the converse. Now likewise, that means if this is parallel to this and these are equal parts, likewise I can also similarly prove DF is parallel to AC, EF is parallel to BC also, because we have E and F are midpoints, also F and D are midpoints. So what we write, similarly E, F are midpoints, right? They are the midpoints. See here, E and F are midpoints. That means AE by EC is equal to AF by FB. So AE by EC equals to AF by FB. That means if these are equal, so FE is parallel to BC, right? FE is parallel to BC here, and that means here how do we get that? Converse of BPT. The same thing, according to the converse of the basic proportionality theorem, we got that those two are parallel sides. Similarly, also we have F and D. F and D are midpoints. F and D are midpoints, right? F and D are midpoints. So we get therefore FD is parallel to AC. Okay. Similarly, I haven't written these ratios. So from that ratios, according to the converse, we get FD is parallel to AC. So what we got? D is parallel to AB, FD is parallel to AC, and FE is parallel to BC. Now clearly, if you see the parallelogram here, see here, BDEF. BDEF is the parallelogram because we proved that this is parallel to this side. So, and also these are equal. We got it. So, from the parallelogram, what is the opposite sides are parallel to each other. So, we got this DE parallel to this side, FE parallel to this side. So, this forms a parallelogram. So, in parallelogram, wherein here BDF, so FD is the diagonal. Okay. Now, in that parallelogram, so FD is dividing the parallelogram into two equal triangles. So, what are the triangles here? Triangle BDF is congruent to the triangle DFE here. If you see this parallelogram, wherein DF is the diagonal, so two triangles are formed which are congruent. I'm not telling similar, although they are similar. We have discussed that all the congruent figures are similar, but all similar figures need not be congruent. So they are congruent because they are equal as well as in same shape and same size, isn't it? So we got this as congruent. Okay, let me suppose this as equation 1. Likewise, similarly, we can also if you consider DCEF parallelogram, we can get this parallelogram. Now, we have proved that FE is parallel to DC, FD is parallel to this. So, this forms a parallelogram where DE is, here DE is diagonal. So, then what are the two triangles? Triangle DFE is congruent to the triangle DEC. So, let this be 2. Likewise, if you take the third parallelogram and the fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 3, let me take only 3, right? Similarly, parallelogram, what's that here? Parallelogram. Similarly, parallelogram DFAE, wherein FE is the diagonal. So, in this parallelogram, we will be getting triangle DFE here is congruent to the triangle AFE. Okay. So, from 1, 2 and 3, we got these two are congruent. Again, these two are congruent. These two are congruent. That means all are congruent to one another. From 1, 2 and 3, we can say that, here I'll write, from equations 1, 2 and 3, we get, see all the triangles, I'll write, triangle BDF is congruent to the triangle DEC is congruent to the triangle DFE is congruent to the triangle AFE. So all the four triangles are congruent to each other. We got that because with the parallel sides, the converse of BPT, we got all these four as the congruent triangles. That means they are equal. They are congruent means having same shape and same size. They are equal to each other. So I can write it as, now if I take the bigger triangle, triangle ABC is equal to, I can mention it as 4 the triangles of, you can take any one, 4 triangles of BDF, okay, or what is given DEF. Let me take the center one, DEF, okay, 1 2 3 4, because all are congruent, that means they are equal, right? So triangle BDF is equal to 4 into triangle DEF. Now here asked is that find the ratio of their areas. Now here we got these 4, so the ratio is now to DEF is to see here, triangle DEF is to triangle ABC. Here the ratio I can say this is 4 parts into, no, the ratio is 1, okay. So DEF is a smaller one, 1 is to 4 is the ratio of the area. So how we got this? All the 4 triangles I have made it into congruent. Then one triangle is 4 times. So clearly you can see these are the four triangles, 4 times the bigger triangle. So 1 is to 4. This is one part, this is 4 part. The ratio of the areas is 1 is to 4. Quickly pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next problem. Now here the third problem. Altogether we have 6 problems. I'll solve for you the 4 problems and you do practice the other 2 problems. Right. Here prove that the ratio of the areas of 2 similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding medians. Now here asked is that, let me draw the diagram here. 2 similar triangles given. Right. Here we have to prove that the ratio of their areas, these 2 are similar, the ratio of their areas is equal to the squares of the ratio of their corresponding medians. Now medians, let me draw the medians here. Okay. Now let us suppose this as ABC and this as PQR. So let this as AM one median and PN as a second median. Right. Now here we have to, we know that given that there are 2 similar triangles, right. Now we have a theorem, an important theorem. I'll tell you the statement of the theorem. It is 8.6 theorem in your textbook, right. The theorem says that, it states that the ratio of the areas of 2 similar triangles, the ratio of the areas of 2 similar triangles is equal to the ratio of, no, is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay. So this is a very important theorem. Let us try to understand this theorem. The ratio of the areas of 2 similar triangles. 2 similar triangles given. The ratio of their areas is equal to the squares of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Now here, if these 2 areas are equal, this AB by PQ is the corresponding ratio, isn't it? Ratio of the corresponding side. So AB by PQ whole square, that is equal to BC by QR whole square, that is equal to AC by PR whole square. So this important theorem states so. So according to this theorem, we will try to start here, because prove that the ratio here given the question is asked as the ratio of their corresponding medians we have to prove. Okay, here asked to the square of the ratio of the medians. But we know from the statement of the theorem that the corresponding sides square of their ratio is equal. Right. From this theorem, we will write, here we know that the triangles A, B, C are similar to the triangle PQR, that is given. Those two are parallel triangles. Now, according to this theorem, we can say that the area, now I'll write this in short, area triangle ABC, the ratio of their areas, okay. So, the area of triangle PQR is equal to the squares of the ratio of their corresponding sides. The squares of, let me write first the corresponding sides PAB by PQ. So, is equal to their squares. Okay. Likewise, the other side BC by QR. This side BC by QR. Corresponding sides square. Okay. Is equal to AC by PR. This is the theorem. Proven theorem statement. Okay. Now, so let me suppose this as equation 1. From this theorem, we know we got one equation 1. Now, we have to prove the ratio of the corresponding medians. Now, if you see from the first one, AB here, AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. We know that this one. AB by PQ is BC by QR. And also here, this side and this side, AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. This is from the above that they are similar. So, two sides are equal. And also the included angle between AB and BC, the included angle is B. The corresponding angle for B is Q. So, these angles are also equal. Here, if you see AB by BC, here this is equal to this, and when I tell the median, since median here, BM is equal to half BC. How? Here, BM is equal to half BC. That means since M is midpoint, here nowhere it is mentioned midpoint, but a median is a line drawing from the vertex to the opposite side midpoint, isn't it? So, M is the midpoint. Likewise, so here instead of BC, I can substitute 2BM here. 2BM here I can substitute. Likewise, QR. QR is 2. QR is 2. QN we can substitute. If you cancel 2 and 2 here, 2 and 2, we get AB by PQ is BM and QR. That means AB by PQ is BM by QN. And also the angle, we know the included angle between the two sides B and Q are equal. So, we can say that from this side angle side similarity criterion. So, two sides are equal and the included angle here. Similarity criterion. Can say that these small triangles are similar to each other. Triangle ABM is similar to the triangle PQN. These two triangles are similar. When two triangles are similar, we can keep this, we can include this theorem. The ratio of their areas is equal to the ratio of their corresponding squares of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So, these are similar. So, I can include that theorem. According to the above theorem also, we can say the area of triangle ABC, okay, by the area of ABM here, ABM by the area of the triangle PQN is equal to, so these two areas is equal to the ratio of their corresponding sides, that is AB by PQ whole square. Again, the second side is this, the third side is AM. So that is BM by QN whole square. Now, the third side is the median itself, that is AM by PN whole square. So, let me suppose this as equation 2. Now, clearly from 1 and 2 here, see here, AB by PQ whole square, here also AB by PQ whole square is equal to AM by PN whole square. So, from 1 and 2 I can say that this AB by AC PQR is equal to AM by here clearly. I'll write it here from 1 and 2, from equations 1 and 2, these equations. So, this area is equal to AB by B square. But again, this AB by PQ square is equal to AM by PN square. So, we want only the median. So, that we will equate. So, the area of the triangle ABC by the area of the triangle PQR is equal to AM by PN whole square. What is needed only we are taking from equation 1 and 2. These are all equal we got. Here also these are all equal we got. So from these two I can say that this is equal to this. That means this is equal to this. So we have proved that here. Prove what to be proved? Ratio of the areas of the two similar triangles. Ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding medians. The medians are AM and AN. So hence proved. So pause the video and quickly note it down. Let's see the next problem. Now the sixth problem, the last problem in this exercise. The areas of two similar triangles are 81 square centimeters and 49 square centimeters. If the altitude of the bigger triangle is 4.5, find the corresponding altitude of the smaller triangle. Now the diagram is not given. Let us draw the diagram. Okay, one triangle is bigger and another triangle is smaller comparatively. So let us suppose this as PQR. So here given that the altitude is the line. Now there is a difference between an altitude and a median. Altitude is a line from the vertex. It is a perpendicular dropped to the opposite sides. That means the altitude will be making 90 degrees with the opposite side. Whereas the median is the line joining the vertex and the midpoint. Okay, there is a slight difference between an altitude and a median. Okay, let me suppose AM as an altitude and PN as an altitude. It is making 90 degrees with BC and QR. Here, given all the area values, so this area is 81 square centimeters area and the smaller triangle is 49 square centimeters. Also given the altitude of the bigger triangle is 4.5. This is 4.5 centimeters. Now asked, we have to find the altitude of PN here. PN value we have to find. Now, we have discussed in the earlier problem the theorem, isn't it? The theorem states that 8.6 theorem, the very important theorem based on the areas of similar triangles. What does the theorem state? That the ratio of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratios of their corresponding sides, isn't it? Okay, and from that theorem what we deduced, we also got another, isn't it? In the fourth problem we got that the ratio of the squares, the ratio of the similar triangles is equal to the ratio of the squares of their medians also we got. Here, now we will see here, these are the altitudes here. Now from here we can say that the area of the triangle ABC divided by, because ratio we are finding out, triangle PQR is equal to, we also got that here, we can state it as AM by PN whole square. Okay, this one. And we will substitute all the values which were given for us here. What are the given values? Now the area is 81 here and the next area is 49 here. AM value is given 4.5 divided by PN value is not given. So let us suppose it as X. Okay, or you can also keep it as PN only. Okay, whole square here. So that comes to here. Now 81 by 49 is equal to 4.5 into 4.5 by x square. Okay, bring it to the other side here, cross multiply. X square is equal to 4.5 into 4.5 If you bring this here, if you bring, it comes up. Here, this fraction becomes a reciprocal. So, 49 by 81 here. Okay. So, x I want. So, I can make it as square root. Okay. 4.5 whole square here into 49. I can write it as 7 square. 81 I can write it as 9 square. Isn't it? So, that comes to all the squares goes off. Now, it comes to 4.5 into 7 by 9. Square root squares will go off. Now, we will do the simplification here. This is the rough part. Okay, I'll do the simplifications here. 35 here. Okay, 7 4s 28 plus 3. That comes to 31. 31.5 divided by 9. You can take it as like, if you remove the point, 315 by 90 also you can take and simplify here. Right. 9 4s, 9 3s you take. 9 3s 27 here. So 4 and 5. Now we are going with 90, isn't it? 9 3s 270. 9 3s 270 here. 5 and 4, isn't it? 5 and 4. Now here we can keep a point here to take 0. So 9 5 is a 450. Exactly it goes. So this comes to 3.5. Now since it is x, that is the altitude. So that is in centimeters, the altitude. So by simply with the theorem we can solve it by substituting the values here. Okay. Now likewise you can do the other two problems for you I have left out. So practice those problems. We will see in our next session with a new concept. Thank you.